Let's face it, your traditional bank savings account sucks. Let me tell you why. You work super hard. Money is tight. You know you should be saving some money, right? Every day you make some effort to cut down on spending. When you put that hard-earned cash into a savings account, you want to give it the best chance to grow. Well, if you have a savings account with a traditional bank, let me tell you, your interest rate is probably awful. Just awful. Traditional banks are sometimes referred to as brick and mortar banks. And these are the banks that have many physical locations where you can walk into a bank and do your banking with a teller. These banks are very convenient, obviously, and I use them for my checking accounts. But because they have massive expenses to maintain their facilities and to pay all their employees, that translates to very low interest for you. So CNBC just released this article on February 26th of 2021, and I will attach the link below in the video description. And they ranked their top 5 brick and mortar savings accounts. If you take a look at them, all of them are paying an APY, or an annual percentage yield, of 0.01%. So let me say that again, 0.01%, not 1%. In fact, it's 100 times less than 1% interest. So let's say you put in $10,000 into this savings account and keep that in there for an entire year, you would get $1 of interest. On top of that, all these accounts come with a minimum balance that's required to open, and then also a monthly fee that ranges anywhere between $8 to $25 unless you keep all of their requirements. A lot of people, I suspect, in this group are probably paying a monthly fee for their savings accounts without even realizing that they're being charged. So you put in $10,000, let it grow for a whole year, you get $1 of interest, and then one $8 monthly fee is going to cancel 8 years worth of interest for you. That doesn't sound very good. So what's your alternative to a traditional savings account? That's where high yield savings accounts come into play. So high yield savings accounts are sometimes also referred to as online bank savings accounts. And these are savings accounts where there's not a physical bank that you can walk into to do all your banking. Well, I do suspect though, for most millennials, including myself, we do pretty much all of our banking through our cell phones or through our computers anyway. So this really isn't much of an issue. Are online banks reliable? Well, you'll find many of the banks that offer high yield savings accounts to be banks that you are very familiar with, that have excellent reputations. So some examples include the personal savings account through American Express, the Capital One 360 Performance Savings Account, and Marcus by Goldman Sachs, as well as Citi Accelerate Savings. I personally use the American Express personal savings account, and that is currently giving an APY of 0.5%. That is an interest rate that is actually 50% higher than what the traditional banks are offering right now. I get it, 0.5% is still not that much interest, and it is far below what inflation is. However, you do probably need to have a savings account where you can have liquid money that you can easily withdraw if there were to be some reason for you to take money out. Now, the interest rate that these accounts offer are going to fluctuate with the interest rates that are set by the Federal Reserve Bank. So pre-COVID era, these banks were paying a much higher APY, and my American Express personal savings account was paying over 2% interest for the same type of account. So if you are watching this video in the future after I recorded this, always check and compare the best rates that are available online. So what are the drawbacks of these types of accounts? Is that you don't have a physical branch that you can walk into and talk to a person when you're doing your banking. But most of us, like I mentioned before, are probably used to doing the majority of our banking through our cell phones or through our personal laptops. So I suspect that this isn't going to be much of a problem for most savvy millennials. So honestly, if you want to give your hard-earned savings the best chance to grow with the highest interest rate possible, open up a high-yield savings account today. If you enjoyed this video about high-yield savings accounts and how to optimize your savings, hit the like button down below and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future educational videos. Thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for the next video.